Since the release of Jurassic World Rebirth last year, many were left scratching their heads wondering where the Quetzalcoatlus was in Jurassic World Alive. And fans have finally gotten their answer. This pterosaur has finally perched and made its way into the game, and it seems to be the legendary format's best synergist. So stay tuned as we take a look at this creature's stats, abilities, combat potential, and finally bringing forth a verdict at the end of the analysis to determine how good this pterosaur will be. I hope you guys enjoy this one. Many fun battles ahead, so stay tuned, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Starting off with this as Dark Kid's stats, I really love the Rebirth Quetzal. I believe it's got a new rig, just looking at it here. There's not too much of a difference, but you can definitely tell there has been some changes just because it can actually walk on its, not legs, but wings or the claws, I guess. So that's really, really cool to see, and I really hope that we get more creatures like this. But the Quetzalcoatlus will be getting 4,100 health, 1,600 attack, 115 speed, no armor, 25% crit, and a really, really high 150 critical damage. So you're going to be finding out why these stats are so good. In my personal opinion, I probably would have given it... that's tricky to see. Because in the matchups we tested, Rebirth Quetz actually benefits from being slower a lot of the time, just so he can get off one of its abilities. And you're going to find that out really soon. But I guess I'm just not going to spoil anything. The Rebirth Quetz is very good. These are some very solid stats. It's quite bulky. I probably might have given it some armor and then adjusted its stats accordingly. But 150 critical damage is insanely scary, so we're going to find out just what it can do with these stats in Sector 2. It would appear that Ludia has finally ripped off the condom on this one. They're just going full, raw, no rubber, because this thing has now gotten 2 days abilities, and it's probably only going to get worse as the meta progresses. So Rebirth Quetzal, is it Quetzalcoatlus or is it Quetzal? I usually say Quetzal, so I know a lot of people say Quetzal. Just correct me if I'm wrong there. But it's going to be bringing instant cutting strike, so that's already very good. Ear-piercing screech, which gives you a guaranteed chance to dodge, daze for 2 turns, reducing damage, and it's going to be on a 1.25x multiplier for 2 turns, no delay. Nullifying impact, which is a very good synergistic move and a good mind game move. And then it's also going to be getting carry off and run. So this is a non-damaging move that gives you a 50% chance to crit, dazes for 1 turn, removes any evasion abilities, force swaps the opponent, and then swaps yourself. And this is going to be on a 1 cooldown, 1 delay. So this is the move I was talking about earlier, where if you're slower, you can actually make use of this because it has on escape rampage. So with a 150 critical chance and increasing your crit to 75%, you're going to be doing a lot of damage. This is going to be around 5,400 if I remember correctly. So yeah, not very pretty. It's going to be hitting you quite hard, and with immunity to swap prevention and a 50% affliction resistance, you're going to be doing quite a lot of damage. So this isn't really a head-to-head dino. It is very much into the synergistic game. So actually, speaking of head-to-head, we can see what its matchups look like in Sector 3. So normally I'd be pretty upset at these results, but given the fact that Quetzal is a synergist, a huge one at that, I'm not too bothered. It actually does hold its own very well against Rebirth Tyrannosaurus, Indominus. Coelotator makes a surprising entry here because you can go for the dazing flight and run, or it's the second move. It's got way too many daze abilities, I don't know, dude. You can go for the second ability, hit him, and then you can go for instant cutting strike, and Coelotator is pretty dead because it can't make use of the counterattack. You should be able to kill Brunette, and then in our 50% category, it should be a 50-50 against both Becklolith, Buck, Panthera Blythier is always going to be 50-50 no matter what. Angel, Rebel is dependent, and then Rebirth Spino. So quite literally all of those are the definition of 50-50s in our testing. Megamimus and Parasaurolophus Lux. Parasaurolophus can actually die, so it's reliant on Rebirth Quetz not critting. Apologies. And it's also got Megamimus here, just because Megamimus is reliant on you not dodging, and then when it comes to it, itself dodging. So it needs to dodge, and then it needs to bypass you. And then in the losers category, we've got Aquasaurus, we've got Blonde, we've got Centrosaurus, Giganspino, Monkeyon, Nanophosaurus, Nycto, Paralititan, Rebirth Raptor, and Titanosaur. And then in the straight up losers category, these are all creatures that either just, out combo it or out damage it. We've got Baclophosaurus, Doe, Kentrosaurus, Pierce, Pyrosuchus, and St. Shantunrax. So, like I said, if this wasn't a synergist, I would be pretty disappointed in this. But because it is a synergist, it actually holds pretty well. It can take a lot of the meta down to about a third of its HP. So I'm quite pleased with this. Let me know what you guys think down below. And with that said, we can finally give this thing the ranking it deserves. As we bring this giant pterosaur into our platform, I'm going to be giving it 5 out of 5 in synergy, 3 out of 5 in head-to-head, as we've just discussed. It's doing pretty well for a synergist. It's going to be getting a 4 out of 5 in competitiveness, because you definitely want something like this on your team for fun. I quite had a lot of fun going for this. I love pulling off the on-escape tricks, the mind games that this thing brings. So I personally will be giving it a subjective 5 out of 5. Flexibility / plug-and-play potential. I believe that a lot of players are going to be going for this, so this is going to be getting a 4 out of 5, depending on its exclusivity. So if I were to make the projection, it'd probably get its own Isla event, just like we saw with Rebirth T-Rex. And then in the adjustment likelihood, I'll be giving it a 1 out of 5, just because I don't see them changing this thing anytime soon. And then for a boost profile, I'll be giving it a 27, which gives you 7,380 health, 3,600 attack, and 129 speed. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this is Rebirth Quetzalcoatlus. Let me know down below what you think of it and if this is going to shake up the meta. I definitely think so as well. My Discord server will be down in the description so you can see where this thing falls in the legendary tier list. And with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the fights. Good luck on ladder and enjoy the show. Alright, first match with Rebirth Quetz. This is fun. So far, all the Rebirth dinosaurs have been pretty fun to play with. Ooh, wait, hold on. Is this a new rig? That looks really different from the pterosaurs that we have right now. Because usually the pterosaurs, they're not really perched like this. Their wings are kind of straight forward. This thing is kind of bent, so I think it might be more movie accurate. That's really cool. Hold up, we're about to find out. Oh, new animation. That's sick. Nice sounds too. I like that they added new sounds. Kinda screwed me over here. Actually, him not having high distraction resistance is actually what's saving me here. But he can swap out as freely as he likes, so that's, my goodness. Yeah, I really like that new animation, or the new rig itself. I think the game would benefit greatly from new pterosaur rigs like that. If this thing gets a hybrid, oh my goodness, it's gonna be so... Okay, I'm dead. That's also a nice animation. I didn't really appreciate it in one of the previous videos where Pierce had it. It's a bummer that Kentrorex doesn't have it though, because Apexes are lacking some really cool, unique animations. And, if you've given it to Pierce, why not give it to Kentrorex, it just doesn't make sense. Okay, so critical evasive strike. I was expecting him to go for determined. Okay. At least this way I get to do damage. Oh, that's such a cool animation. I really like it. Okay, so I don't want to use carry off and run because the mechanics for it are rude. Boom! Yeah, so basically the way carry off and run works is you have to be slower than your opponent if you want to make the best use of it. Because I made the grave mistake of using it. Now there are times where you do want to use it. Just like right now, where this is not a favorable situation for me. Oh, guys, imagine. Hold up. Imagine if we had a couple more force swappers into this game with on-escape fierce impact or something, or lockdown. Yo, this might actually pair very well with Tarbugnathus. Ooh. Now, Tarbonathus hasn't been in the meta for years at this point, so I don't know how well that would work. But, oh my god, imagine if we had another creature similar to Tarbonathus with a really nice on-escape, and you pair this with Rebirth Quetz. Yo, Ludia, make that happen. Make that happen, please, so we could get a team of synergists. Because right now, the legendary meta is either you have a really OP head-to-head kit and you survive, or you have a really fun kit and you die. So, I mean, if we were to get another kit similar to Tarbonathus or, you know, akin to it, it'd be very, very cool. Now, it probably would have been wise for me to actually swap Rebirth Quetz here, but okay. I did not think he would go for Impact and Run, honestly. I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, there's not really... well, actually... Oh my god, this rig is so cool. Speed time! Yes! Boom! Dead. Oh, he brings Titanosaur out. I mean, should I go for carry off and run? Oh. Oh, please don't get the crit. Please, wait. Please don't get the crit. Wait, do you kill me? Okay, no, I survived by like 300 HP. And I can probably, like, potentially resist it. No! Oh, why? Oh, god damn it. That was terrible. Okay, we're actually drawing this thing pretty consistently. That's cool. I love that animation. I actually love how he uses his wings to, like, perch on the ground. That's so cool. Oh my goodness. You've got some really, like, beastly resistances as well. Oh my goodness, I did not realize that 100% swap prevention with 50% affliction resistance. Like, not much in the legendary format has affliction to begin with. Or, like, afflict based on escape. So that's really, really good. This thing can just get out whenever it wants. Not only that, but it's got like 2 daze moves to back it up. I just don't want to take any damage because I feel like that's not something you want to... I don't know if you want to bring it out as a revenge killer or if you want to bring it out as a starter. I feel like it'd be really OP as a starter, but... I mean, there's so many leads that can just melt through your health that it's nuts. Like, Nikto can pretty much just go for 2,700 off the bat and just race you. Rebirth Spino as well. Like, there's so many things that can just instantly murder you. That's why I'm kind of hesitant on it. I'm like, maybe I should bring it out as a revenge killer. I feel like that's where I'm getting screwed over. You know, I'll test it out as a revenge killer. We'll see how it does. This is actually a pretty favorable matchup, though. Should I go for it? Ah, screw it. Oh my god, that looks so cool. I love that. Okay, it is getting a little laggy. Very piercing screech. So that's a 100% chance to dodge. Yeah. Nice. Can't really do much now, can you? Oh, yeah, because distraction. Cool. Now I can go for nullifying impact here. Yeah. So I just want to talk for a second. Is anyone else pissed like I am that Croatia got robbed of the World Cup by Portugal? Like, or am I just like mad? Because I have seen so many people who have actually agreed with me that Croatia essentially just got like robbed. It was literally because a fraction of somebody's hair just like supposedly hit the ball, the sensors went off, and then the ball bounced off somebody's hand, and then another Croatian player just like came in and like slid and scored it. Like, what? Like, oh my god, that is the most scuffed game I've ever seen. Like, like Ronaldo is such the is one of the biggest crybabies I've ever seen in football history. Like, oh my god. Seems like whatever that guy wants, he gets his way. That actually pissed me off. And Croatia was actually leading too. The most retarded thing was that one Croatia player just like, for whatever reason, wrapped his arms around the Portuguese player and got a penalty because of it. Like that, why would you do that? You guys would have been 1-1 at the very least if that didn't happen. And, you know, keep in mind, they made that lucky last minute shot in the final few minutes to like tie it up, so it would have probably gone to penalties. But no, it just gets taken away for like this stupid technicality. Like, I really feel like they should FIFA should reconsider and bring Croatia back in, but it's far too late now because Spain is gonna play Portugal, and you know, I'm gonna be honest, Spain seems like they're generally way better of a team than Portugal. It seems like Portugal gets hard carried by like 3 players at best, like, you know, mainly Ronaldo. But I just don't see Portugal beating Spain. I'm sorry. Spain is just a pretty good team. And then the U.S. as well. Like, the U.S. has been kicking ass lately. Like, not only has the U.S. been beating people in their own sports, like, for example, I'm pretty sure lately the U.S. has even beat Canada in hockey, which is crazy to me. But they also beat Bosnia, so that's interesting. That's definitely interesting to know. I mean, I don't see them really going far. Who is it that they're playing against? It's not Norway. Belgium. That's right, Belgium. I don't really see them going far after Belgium. Assuming they beat Belgium, I think it's gonna be pretty close. Because if I remember correctly, Belgium isn't really the best team, but they're not really too bad either. They kind of just lie in that like gray area. And I don't really see the U.S. like, assuming the U.S. does beat Belgium, I don't really see them progressing forward because they've got France to worry about. They've got Argentina, Norway, Portugal, Spain potentially. Like, they've got all these like really high-end level teams that can just potentially wipe the floor with them. I was about to say, I think the U.S. team is bad. I actually think they're pretty good, and they've actually been improving lately. But against all these other pretty strong teams, nah, I don't see it. Okay, so I'm going to go for instant cunning strike here, just because I don't want him to get a potential crit and kill me. And for all my FIFA fans, what team are you guys rooting for? Because I was originally rooting for Bosnia and Herzegovina, but ever since they got knocked out, I was rooting for Croatia. But then ever since they got robbed, I guess now I'm rooting for France because in my opinion, I think Kylian Mbappe is a very underappreciated player. I think he gets hated too much. So, I don't know. Oh, wait, no, I'm fine. Oh my god, I didn't see the days going off for a second, and he force swapped. And because I was the first one to go, mine would have swapped out first. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't need heart attacks like that. Oh my god. I actually thought I was going to die there. It's going to be the most, tragic ending ever to a match. Okay. Finally drew it. Jesus Christ. Against Pierce. Dude, what's with the lag? Oh my god. It's actually screwing me over. Anyway, speaking of football, I watched the 2022 finale match the other day, and oh my goodness, I remember why that like matchup was so intense, because for the first 80 minutes, France was getting whooped by Argentina. And I remember, I mean, even I was back then like, yes, Argentina's gonna win. And I was rooting for Messi because I thought this was gonna be his last game. So I was like, okay, let's see if Messi can pull through. And he actually was too. Argentina was in the lead. They had everything going for them. And then they got the penalty shootout. And then Mbappe just, like, I just want to preface this, but a lot of people say that the two shots that Mbappe scored out of his hat trick were really easy. Now, I can see why a lot of people would say that, but he was against not only like the pressure in the final few minutes of the World Cup where he was going to lose, but he was also against like a really elite goalkeeper. I'm pretty sure his name was Emiliano Martinez. So not only do you have a professional goalkeeper against you, but you also have like millions and millions of eyes watching. And on top of that, it's the final few minutes of the World Cup. So he scores that, makes it 2-1, right? And then all of us were like, oh no, minor setback, but we can still get this. And then just like under 90 seconds later, this guy hits what I think is the greatest volley of all time. Like, if you look in the original clip, it looks like he trips. But apparently this is something a lot of elitist football players do, where they don't even need to hit the ball really, really hard because, again, you know, accuracy and all that. He just makes it look so effortless. And, oh my God, did the crowd go crazy when he hit that in. Like, I just want to know what the chances were that he passed it over to his teammate passes it back, and then he just hits the greatest volley of all time. Like, this guy was a villain that day. And then, like, what? Messi scores again, which gets it 3-2. So we were all like, okay, we don't need to panic anymore. But then, like, another penalty shoot happens, and Mbappe hits his hat trick, and I'm like, oh my God, I don't even know what to think anymore. Like, we were all stumped. Oh my. Yeah, so, eventually Argentina won. But it's the fact that people were mentally, like, already posting, yes, Argentina won, GG, easy. And then, like, they could still post they won. But now it's like, holy shit, we almost just got our asses whooped. Like, dude, if I was a French player, or if I was a French person, and I saw that, I wouldn't even be mad we lost. I would be actually happy that we went out like that. Like, that is the craziest way to go out. Like, oh my God, that's why I'm kind of rooting for Mbappe this 2026 World Cup, because I know what the guy is capable of. He's a beast. And unfortunately, Croatia lost against Portugal. So what, this upcoming Monday, I think, Portugal's going to be going up against, not Belgium, I forgot who it was, Spain, there you go. And I actually think the Spain team is a lot better than Portugal generally is. I think they just have way better players. Oh my God, the lag is nuts. But yeah, I'm hoping that Portugal loses just because Croatia was robbed of their win. But I'm rooting for the French now, so it's gonna be down to the wire. If this is another Argentina versus France, and the French managed to get their revenge, oh my God, this would be like the greatest revenge story of all time. My goodness. Pretty sure this is Luka Modric's last game, as well as Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi. So it's actually a lot of people's last game. Oh no. Might get this. I think I could. Don't stun. Oh no! Oh, that's not good. Oh, okay. My plan was that I could. Actually, I don't even know what my plan was beyond nullifying impact. I think I'm just good as cooked. Actually, I can catch him if he swaps. That is something I could do. Okay, okay, he's low enough. All right, he's got to swap here, right? I've beat him in all speed ties. He has to swap. What was his last? Do I know? Swap. Nice. No! Oh my god. Why didn't he swap? What was his last? Was it really that low? Oh my god, bro. That's actually crazy. Oh well, GG. My god, bro. Why?